Topic: Drone flight terminology and roles of ESC. Subtopics: Drone flight terminology, roles and functions of electrospeed controllers, ESC. Drone flight terminology. Acro mode. Acro mode is a flight mode for experienced drone pilots who want full control over their drone's movements. It disables self-leveling features, allowing for advanced aerial maneuvers such as flips and rolls. Atti mode, short for attitude mode, is a flight control mode for drones that allows the pilot to manually control the drone's pitch and roll while the drone maintains its altitude and heading. ARF almost ready to fly, autopilot. The functionality of most drones to maintain flight without human intervention usually uses a predefined GPS path or coordinates. Autonomous flight. Some UAVs are controlled by preset internal programming containing instructions or paths using the built-in GPS system. Auto-leveling is a feature found in drones that uses onboard sensors to automatically level the drone's flight when it detects any roll, pitch, or yaw movement. This feature helps maintain the stability and orientation of the drone in flight, allowing for more precise and smoother flying. Axis A plan of flight. Most drones, typically quadcopters, have 4-axis controls. Binding process of making the drone communicate with the controller or the transmitter, brushless motor. A type of drone motor with permanent magnets that rotate around an armature. Considered more efficient and resilient than other types of motors, Bootloader A Bootloader is a program that runs on a drone's flight controller and is responsible for loading the main firmware onto the flight controller's memory. It is the first program that runs when a drone is powered on and is essential for updating the firmware or recovering from a failed firmware update. Center of gravity. The center of gravity, CG, of a drone is the point where the weight of the drone is evenly distributed. It is an important factor in drone design and affects the drone's stability and flight characteristics. Certificate of Authorization, COA. A Certificate of Authorization, COA, is a document issued by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, that allows a government agency or specific organization to operate drones in the national airspace for specific purposes. Camera gimbal, a mechanism that holds third-party cameras on drones, has the ability to tilt and swerve using servos. CF carbon fiber, a type of composite material, controller A device that is used to control the drone, usually handheld, also called a radio or transmitter. DJI acronym for Dajang Innovations, which is the largest manufacturer of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, and is based in Shenzhen, China. And flight modes change to S, P, and A. Drone A type of aircraft that does not require a human pilot on board, typically controlled using a remote control or onboard computer. Drone Racing League, the DRL, professional drone racing league that holds and operates international drone races. DSMX/DSM2/DSM-DSMX, DSM2, and DSM are radio control protocols used in drones to transmit control signals from the transmitter to the receiver. These protocols are developed by Spectrum and are designed to offer reliable and stable signal transmission in crowded RF environments. Electronic Speed Control, ESC, a device that connects the RC receiver and the main battery. It controls the drone's motor. Electromagnetic interference, EMI, known as electrical interference now and again from external sources. Helios A, collision-tolerant, intuitive, and precise drone for indoor inspection. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, part of the U.S. Department of Transportation Agency that regulates and oversees all civil aviation in the country. Fail-safe. A functionality that protects a drone in cases of errors, such as losing the signal from the remote control and the ability to come back to its takeoff location. First Person View (FPV), a functionality where the drone operator can view live footage from the drone in real time, usually through VR goggles or a screen of a smartphone or tablet. Firmware, a type of program that is loaded into microprocessors' non-volatile memory. Flyaway protection system functionality that will automatically return the drone to the surface or within the control boundaries. Geofencing, a virtual geographic boundary, is created using GPS technology, which allows specific control software to respond when a drone flies within the area. Gimbal. It allows stable camera footage regardless of the drone's movements, resulting in sharp and smooth images or videos. Geographic Information System (GIS), a system created to collect, store, analyze, manage, and display geographic or spatial data. GoPro, a popular brand of high-definition camera usually used in high-action photography and videography. Global Positioning System (GPS), a system that tracks and identifies the position of an object with respect to the global spatial plane, usually used to track the movement or hold the position of a drone. Ground Control Station (GCS), a program that runs on the ground control receives telemetry data from a UAV. The data usually includes video and sensor information. It can also be used to transmit commands to the drone in flight. Gyroscope, a device that measures the rotation of the drone and allows the craft to maintain a correct balance with respect to roll, pitch, and yaw. It also allows the drone to maintain the right orientation of the drone during its flight. Hexacopter A drone with 6 propellers. Hobby Drone A, mid-sized drone for beginner hobbyists, typically with built-in cameras or can carry payloads. Hobby Grade A, step above toy-grade drones. These types of quadcopters are reliable at a reasonable price. HITRA, High-Intensity Radio Transmission Area. HITRA is a specialized type of radio transmission area that can be used for drone operations. It is designed to provide high-speed, reliable data communication between the drone and its operators, even in challenging environments. Inertial Measurement Unit (IMU), a type of controller that combines a gyro and an accelerometer which enhances the stability and orientation of the drone. It is commonly used in drones to collect data from the environment, such as pitch, yaw, and roll, which can then be used for accurate navigation control. Intelligent Orientation Control (IOC), a method of control where the drone follows the control stick's directions regardless of the position of the drone's front end. Jello A, distortion in video feeds that is caused by the vibration of the drone. Typically, drones without a quality gimbal suffer from the jello effect. Light detection and ranging, LiDAR. Also called active laser scanning. It is usually mounted on GPS-enabled drones with the aim of collecting geographical data. Lithium polymer, LiPo, a type of battery technology that is favored by many drone manufacturers because of its lightweight and high-capacity charging. Lithium-ion battery, Li-ion. A lithium-ion battery, Li-ion, is a rechargeable battery commonly used in drone technology. Micro Air Vehicle (MAV), Micro Air Vehicles (MAVs), are small unmanned aerial vehicles typically weighing less than 1 kilogram and designed for military and civilian applications. Mobius camera, a popular type of camera that is lightweight and can take video footage in high definition. Mod short for modifications. Custom changes are made by drone owners to their crafts to add features and functionalities that are not usually commercially available. Multicopter A drone with multiple propellers is an umbrella term. NASA A type of controller that is used in DJI Phantom drones. It includes the main control chip, a gyroscope, an accelerometer, and a barometric altimeter. NOTAM, Notice to Airmen. NOTAM, Notice to Airmen, is a notice filed with an aviation authority to alert aircraft pilots of potential hazards along a flight route or at a location that could affect the safety of the flight. No-fly zone areas where it is prohibited to fly drones as per the mandate of the government or any local governing body. Octocopter A drone with 8 propellers or rotors. On-screen display, OSD, a graphical user interface that shows drone flight data such as speed, heading, battery life, and more. Obstacle avoidance. It allows drones to navigate around obstacles such as trees, buildings, and power lines. Part 107 refers to the CFR, Part 107 of the FAA regulations that covers. Applies to drones flying in the United States, payload, the additional weight that a drone can lift on top of its own weight. Power Distribution Board, PDB, a component of a drone that distributes the power from the battery to the other parts of the device. Photogrammetry. Photogrammetry is a technique used in drone roof inspections to create 3D models of the roof using aerial images captured by the drone's camera. Pitch refers to the forward and backward motion of the drone. Pre-flight planning. Any activities or preparations conducted by the pilot or the drone operator before the takeoff. Professional drone. A high-end drone with 4 or more propellers often has a built-in high-definition camera for photographs and videos. Prop refers to the propeller. Quadcopter A drone with 4 propellers, known as a quadricopter or quadricopter. Raceband, a frequency, 5.8 GHz, is typically used in drone racing, especially when multiple pilots are flying. Racing drone, a drone relatively smaller and more agile. Developed for drone racing, includes a built-in camera for a cockpit view. Radio controller, RC or RC, a device that broadcasts in a specific channel or frequency to the drone during a flight to send instructions or control signals. Receiver, RX, a device that accepts the signal of the camera's feed and displays it on a Google screen. Roll is a term used to describe the movement of a drone along its longitudinal axis, which is the axis that runs from the front to the back of the drone. Remotely piloted, aerial vehicle, RPAV, an official name of drones, return to home. A drone's feature is that the device uses GPS technology to return to the position where it took off. Ready to fly, RTF, refers to drone packages available in the market where everything needed for flying is included. The device is ready to fly without any assembly required. Received Signal Strength Indicator, RSSI. Received Signal Strength Indicator, RSSI, is a metric used in wireless communication systems to measure the power of the received signal. It is often used to determine the quality of a wireless connection. Servo motor, servo, also known as a servo mechanism. A mechanism used in an aircraft to perform various functions, such as flap wings or pan cameras. Sensor-assisted flight envelope, SAFE. The sensor-assisted flight envelope, SAFE, is a technology used in drones to improve their safety and stability during flight. Throttle, a mechanism that influences the speed of the motors. As such, the higher the throttle, the more thrust. Thrust. The force of the motor and the propeller generates lift that takes the drone airborne. Toy grade, a type of drone that is meant for beginners with basic functionalities. Trim, a way to adjust the drone while it hovers allows the craft to stay in place. A transmitter. Similar to the controller, intended for controlling the UAV in flight from the ground. Telemetry refers to the process of collecting and transmitting data from a remote source, often used in drone operations to track and monitor flight performance. Temporary flight restriction. Temporary flight restriction is a type of airspace restriction that is issued by the FAA to prohibit aircraft, including drones, from flying in a certain area for a specific period of time due to a public safety or security concern. Ultrasonic Sensor A type of device that uses ultrasound wavelength to communicate with a transmitter. Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, UAV, the official term for drones. Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Systems, UAVs, a system that includes UAVs, land-based control systems, communication systems, launch mechanisms, and more. Unmanned Traffic Management, UTM, a cloud-based system that manages air traffic to avoid a collision, especially with a limited line of sight. Upright Launch. The upright launch is a method of launching drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, vertically, using the thrust generated by their rotors. It is especially suited for small drones because of its simplicity and efficiency. Virtual reality goggles. A VR headset for drones is made so it can come with advanced features like head tracking or simply be used for more immersion. Waypoint a point in space represented by coordinates, which are typically used in designing paths for drones in autonomous flights. Wingspan refers to the distance from the tip of one wing to the tip of the opposite wing when they are fully extended. Yaw a drone's movement or rotation around its center axis on a specific plane. Roles and functions of ESC, electronic speed controllers. Like motors and propellers, ESC is an integral part of a drone's propulsion system that is critical to the performance and safe flight of the aircraft. In this article, we will try to cover what an ESC drone is, how it works, and how to choose an ESC for your commercial drones. ESC stands for Electronic Speed Controller. It is an electronic circuit that connects the motor, the battery, and the flight controller, whose primary purpose is to change the speed and direction of the drone. There are two types of drone electronic speed controllers, brushed and brushless. Brushed ESCs are used in brushed motors, and brushless ESCs are used in brushless motors. Brushed ESCs have been around for quite some time. They are very affordable and ideal for use in a variety of ready-to-use RC vehicles. Brushless ESCs are an advanced version of drone speed controllers. Although they can be a bit expensive, they have more high performance and are more durable compared to brushed electronic speed controllers. Whether brushed or brushless ESCs, they both work on basically the same principle. ESCs control the rotation of the motor by transmitting a timed electrical signal that is translated into a change in speed. First, the pilot transmits a signal from a radio transmitter, which is received by a radio receiver fixed to the UAV, and then further sends that signal to the flight controller board, which generates an appropriate signal and forwards it to the BEC/ESC, which speeds up the motor depending on the strength of that signal. Key functions of ESC in drone electronic speed controllers, ESCs, are crucial in drone systems, specifically for managing and controlling the motors to enable stable flight and precise maneuvering. Here are the key functions of ESCs in drones. 1. Speed regulation. The primary role of ESC is to control drone motor speed to ensure stability and response to directional command. 2. Braking. Many ESCs feature braking functionality, which is essential for quick stops and rapid maneuvers. In drones, braking helps stabilize the flight, especially during sharp turns. 3. Direction control. ESC can adjust the direction of the drone motor rotation, which is a crucial feature for drones. 4. Battery management. ESC also monitors the battery's health and adjusts the power distribution among the drone motors accordingly. 5. Thermal management. To prevent overheating, ESC is also equipped with thermal sensors. They monitor internal temperatures, reducing drone motor power or shutting down if the temperature exceeds safe limits. Types of ESCs used in drone ESCs, electronic speed controllers, used in drone applications come in different types, each suited to specific performance and control needs. Here are the main types: brushed ESCs. It is designed for brushed DC motors. Brushed ESCs are less efficient and have limited power compared to brushless ESCs. Brushless ESCs, it is designed for brushless DC motors and is commonly used in drones due to their longevity and efficiency. Opto-isolated ESCs. These ESCs feature optical isolation to protect the flight controller from electrical interference. They are ideal for drones requiring precise control and stable signals, particularly in high-power setups. D-Shot ESCs. These are the most advanced ESCs that use a digital protocol for commutation with the flight controller to ensure faster response times and reduce signal interference, leading to smoother, more precise control.